Hey everyone, I'm going to go through each card individually and then I'm going to give you the overall meaning of everything together. This is what the month of September 2019 has in store for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The underlying energy of the month is this King of Swords, which again is air energy, so this could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So this could be you sitting here. I think it obviously is. But this is having your head over your heart, having discipline, using logic to navigate the path ahead or situation, having well-researched decisions, making well-researched decisions, master of your emotions, looking at things clearly. This can also deal around justice and being objective and unbiased to facts and the information you find or you seek. And this can be a truth seeker as well. And this can also talk about power or being in power or the power you possess. Next we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And again, this is air energy, so this could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So again, this could be you. This could be someone, since it's in reverse like this, that's cold-hearted, cruel, maybe even bitter. They could be very spiteful with their words. They could also lack a sense of clarity and have bad or poor communication skills. But if this is a person, it could be someone over the age of 18, 20 and up, sometimes older than that. Let's say like 35 and up, but it just depends how you view tarot. But if this is not a person, this is pointing towards emotions getting the better of you, or again, poor communication, or thoughts are clouded by emotions, and maybe you need to look at things logically. It's telling you to look at things logically or shine a light on certain issues and cut through the cloud. Or the fogginess, I should say the fogginess. Alright? And it can also point to someone who is bitter or cold-hearted or being cold-hearted. Right, next we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. And with the Nine of Wands in reverse, this is exhaustion, unsure motives, fatigue, defensive, paranoid, maybe not taking a risk, or you're not a risk taker. This can also be putting your walls up because you're mistrustful. But this card also asks you to be brave, not to give up. Next we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is earth energy, so this could possibly be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Male or female, it could be someone, 18 up, or it could be, depending on what type of tarot you go by, someone over the age of 35 and up. But with this particular card, if this is a person, it could be someone who is impractical, smothering, self-centered, over materialistic. They could be jealous, those types of things. They could be unstable at the moment, because usually this is stable, reliable. They could be unreliable at the moment. But if this is not pointing towards a person, then this is possibly talking about you feeling smothered or being smothered by someone, or it could just talk about being over materialistic and you need to practice self-care. And it's like, don't overdo it. Maybe you need to look at your home versus your work. Maybe it's out of balance. Next we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Again, this is air energy, so this could possibly be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But this would be someone between the ages of 18 to 35. It could be male or female, but this would be a younger person, middle-aged maybe. From teenage up to middle age, I should say. But this could be someone who's reckless and not thinking things through. They could be unpredictable or lack direction. Maybe they're highly opinionated and closed-minded about something. They could be that as well. And it could also be a sense of lack of clarity. But if this is not a person, then it could be talking about having no direction or unpredictability or disregard for consequences, maybe being unfeeling or afraid to speak your mind or being a follower. And then this is also a card of movement. Any knight is considered a card of movement. So it could be things are slowing down, or news could come to you that's disappointing, or delayed news, or bad news perhaps. And it could be coming by phone, text, email, those types of things, or word of mouth. All right, next we have the Six of Cups. And with the Six of Cups, this is healing, happy memories, wanting to return to happier times, looking to the past for answers. This is nostalgia. This is also helping each other out, being there for each other. This can also be going to a place of comfort, or going home, or going somewhere and gaining strength from there to face the trials that you're experiencing today. Like say you've had a rough day or anything like that, and you have a special place you like to go, and it's calming and relaxing. So you go to that place and you work through some things, and it gives you the strength to come back and keep fighting and moving forward. It can be something like that as well. Next we have the Temperance card in reverse. It's a lack of balance. It's warning you that a certain path may lead to turbulence and excess. This is a lack of a long-term plan. You need to learn moderation. You need to examine what's breaking balance, and avoid extremities as well. The extremes, doing too much drinking, too much sleeping, too much partying, too much eating, too much work. It can be workaholic. It can be those type of things. It doesn't necessarily have to be the negative aspect in that sense. It could be doing something, anything, too much of. All right, next we have the Ace of Wands. And with the Ace of Wands, this is creativity, ideas, birth, inspiration, a new idea or a new venture or a new way of life, or possibly desires that you have. Next we have the Sun card. This is all about joy, success, celebration, good health, abundance, marriage. This also connects us to the solar plexus and expressing ourself authentically. It's like no matter where you go, radiant energy follows you. It's about the happiness, the inner joy that we feel. The sun. The sun is kind of like, when you think of Leo and the sun and stuff like that. It's like that happiness, that fulfillment, that abundance, that radiant, warm energy, that everything's okay, everything's right in the world, we feel good, that type of thing. All right, next we have the Ace of Cups. And with the Ace of Cups, this could be a new relationship or the renewal of existing relationship. This could also be emotional fulfillment, maybe overflowing with joy. This could also point to an opening yourself up to new relations, new opportunities, new ideas as well. All right, next we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's a loss of balance, being overwhelmed. You need to avoid committing to a lot of things, or you need to back away from doing way too much, because it can be more than you can handle. This could also be overspending, can cause an issue as well. And with this card, something's out of balance. And it could be your priorities or how you adapt to change and work with it. And it can also be that you need help from someone else, to like an assistant, to help you get things together. And it can point to decisions that need to be made as well. Next we have the Three of Cups. And with the Three of Cups, this is friendship, community, teamwork, creative collaborations, inspiring each other to new heights. Friends and family are there to support you. This can also talk about parties, gatherings, celebrations. But this could also be like a support group, like an actual support group that you would go to. Right, next we have the Fool card in reverse. And when the Fool card is in reverse, this is acting like a fool, or disregarding repercussion of your actions. Living in the moment, not planning ahead. It's warning you to be more aware. It could be that you're being naive, or it could be like that sense of where something sounds too good to be true. Okay? And it can also be that you're not taking a risk. It could mean that way, being reversed, because upright you need to take the risk and take the leap of faith, and you could not be doing it, or either you're doing it to the extreme that you're just careless. But this month, I think, with this card sitting here, that it's saying to you, you need to look at things logically. And you need to really seek the truths and really look at things from an unbiased point of view with this King of Swords here, because this is all about you. It's odd that it would put up a card that's just you know, Aquarius. But with this King of Swords, it's like you need discipline as well. You need to get logical about it, because it can be discipline as far as like you have to make things happy. Sorry, not happy. You have to make things happen, and you have power to do it, because he sits on a throne, and the King of Swords, like all the kings, are about power. But this is the power of the mind to overcome as well. Because like the King of Wands would be the power of your passion, then the King of Pentacles would be the power of your physical body, being able to do it, being able to manifest it physically, and you know, maybe even using others physically to do your work. And then you have the Cups, was emotionally powerful. But this is where you cut away the emotion with this card, because he's not a romantic. This is, you need to cut back the emotion if the emotions are getting better of you, and you need to look at things logically, and you need to use your power to move forward, use your mental power to move forward, and your intellect to move forward, and create that discipline. Because with this Queen of Swords in reverse, like I said, there could be an issue there with your emotions are getting the better of you, and your mind and your thoughts are becoming clouded, and you're not seeing things clearly. And I did pull a clarifier for that, just because I wanted to see what was going on, and I got the Chariot. And when this Chariot comes up, it's saying to you that you have to have self-control and discipline if you want success. This is the strength of will. This is taking action. This can also point to travel, but this is like, to gain victory, you must do it through control, the strength, maintaining focus. She's lost her focus. She's not seeing things clearly, you know, things like that. So I get the feeling that it's like you need to not see how she's, I don't know if you can see this, how she's looking off somewhere else and she's not paying attention to where she's going. That can be chaotic, because if you're not paying attention to where your chariot's going, you're going to run into something, you know. You have to have control of these forces that are around you, all right? Forces, horses, you know, either way, but the forces that are going on here, you have to control them so that they go in the right direction, that energy is channeled correctly. So I think that this is like, it can cause some type of mental blockage or unclarity and chaos, and it's like you need to focus and you need to have discipline. And with this Nine of Wands here in reverse, it's like I'm depleted, I'm tired, I don't know if I can keep going on. And it can also point to unsure motives or fatigue, you know, and you need to be brave and step forward and move on and take action. And with this Queen of Pentacles here, I mean, this could revolve around you dealing with someone else that maybe, I am going to say this because it could be two different things, or it could be both of these things. If this is a person and this is you, it could say that you are unclear and mistrustful of this person. This person could be impractical. They could be spending money. Maybe you don't trust them around money. And it may be someone that you travel to see, or that is a long distance away, and there's some kind of confusion going on. And it might be the fact that with this Chariot card, it's like overcoming a challenge with this person, you know, or over a project. It could be that, like, I'm tired of dealing with this person, I've put up a wall towards this person, you know, because it could mean that. And with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it could be someone who's smothering you, or they're jealous, or they're over materialistic, or it's something like that. It's something, and it could be a mother, it could be something like that, it could be a sister or whatever, but those things could get canceled. And it could come from a childhood friend as well. You know, it could be a childhood friend that you were concerned about or mistrustful for some reason. Or maybe there's someone who's down and out, and maybe they feel like they're stuck in a rut or whatever. Maybe you're going to journey to see this person to lift their spirits perhaps, and it gets canceled. Okay? It could be that. If not, this is saying to you, you need to be focused on your projects, and you really need to get the ball moving. And you're right here at this final step. Don't give up. Refocus. Discipline. Stick with it. Move forward, okay? And with this Queen of Pentacles, it's like you're slacking off, maybe getting lazy. It could mean that. And maybe with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, like you feel smothered by what you need to accomplish, or by your emotions, or smothered by your thoughts and not really achieving anything, and you're backing down and slacking off. And I did pull a clarifier for that Queen of Pentacles just to see what she's talking about and what's going on there, and I got the Page of Wands. And with the Page of Wands, this is creativity, new energy, new passion, exciting news, triggers you to discover and move on an idea, remove fear, gather your resources, and move forward. So I feel like this is being stuck in a rut, all right? It's like your thoughts are getting the better of you, and you really are tired and overwhelmed, and you're like paranoid. I don't know if I can handle this. I don't know if I can do it. I feel like it's like your energy level's low, and it's like your thoughts are getting the better of you, and you're just not focused, and it's like you need to regroup, discipline yourself, and lay out a structure and follow it. And it's like you feel like you're stuck in a rut and things are dull and you're not sure if you can move forward. And it's like you need to reignite that. And this is a messenger card, like information coming into you, like waking back up, a wake-up call in a sense of reigniting that passion. And it triggers you to make discoveries and move on an idea and just gather the resources. Get yourself back together. All right? And with this Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like maybe you're lacking that direction and you need to figure it out and figure what you need to do. So maybe you need to stop and pause and maybe even ask advice. Maybe this is someone else that you're asking advice from. But it could be that, you know, you need to return to the past and see where the mistakes are and let that, or either let that past of unclarity or lack of clarity, remove it, because you need to gain control and moderate. But the reason I think this is more of an emotional thing, like maybe something that's repressed from your childhood that makes you slow down or hold you back, like maybe you think you're not good enough, because it's like doubts. I get this feeling of doubts, like I don't know if I can go further. So I pulled a clarifier for that, and I got the Moon card. So obviously there's some kind of hidden thing going on here, or emotions are really high, or it's like you're on a pendulum. Emotions can fluctuate and you can interpret something or jump to conclusions. But this can also be trauma or subconscious or something that's deep seated within you. You know, like you got in a car wreck when you were younger and now you fear riding in cars, or you were told as a child you'll never be good enough, so you always think that. And it could be something from the past that comes up and rears its ugly little head of anxieties and worries and emotions that are getting the better of you. And really, you need to pull out of that and let go of it, because that can go to the past. Like we're going to the past, and it's like, let it go. Stay in the present. You need to moderate this and balance it out, because this is also an alchemy card. This is like working, testing waters, coming back together, balancing that keel, and moving forward, reuniting. It's like reuniting that passion and those ideas, or something comes into you and reunites it and getting it back. And it may be this person helps you. It could mean that. You could get message from them. It could simply be that as well. And it could be that you're afraid, you know. You're afraid of what to do next and where to go. And you're kind of like not being assertive, and you need to be assertive and push forward and follow your dreams, because if you're stuck in this rut, you'll stay in that rut unless you make a decision to move forward. So it's like grasp onto it, ignite it, and move forward. Choose to go forward towards happiness. Be assertive to, you know, we have to, if we want happiness, you have to choose it, you know. And the opportunity is there to start anew and renew those sense of emotions within you, okay? And it's like rebalance. You know, things were out of keel or out of balance. I'm trying to think of the right words to use. And it's like you need to cut down on tasks, and you need to figure out where you're going next. And with this Two of Pentacles in reverse, you may be overspending, or like I also say overspending, not just money, but overspending too much time, too many resources, stuck in this sense of, I don't know if I can handle it. I'm wore out. I'm tired. I don't think I can keep moving forward. Things like that. You know, it's like you're over investing in that, and you're giving too much energy to that, and you need to, because both of these are about balance. It's both of them. You need to rebalance that. Get things back in order. And sometimes you can overspend because, you know, shopaholics, you know, or shopping to make up for that can be an issue. or, you know, over. It's just something about giving too much to one side, and you're letting things become imbalanced, and it can cause bigger mess than it already is. You know, it's just you keep making problems and you keep going over. So it could be, if this is another person, maybe they're helping you out and they're pouring that water into your cup. Maybe your friends are coming together to help you refill your cup and make you feel enjoyment again, you know, lifting you up. And it could be, like I said, if this is a person, maybe you're working to help lift this person up. And maybe you were supposed to go see them and things got canceled and you couldn't go home, and they're dealing with some hard issues. And you need to help them, because this is also helping and working together, reunite their fire and bring happiness. You know, that opportunity to help them and help them rebalance with their choices. It could mean that as well, if you're helping someone else. But with this Three of Cups, this is also about coming together. It doesn't necessarily have to be externally. This is internally, like finally having that realization and bringing everything together and be like, okay, I need to figure out what's going on here and I need to fix it. I need, see how they're balancing again, like the two, we're fixing it so that it's whole again. You know, it's like everything coming back together again in harmony, in unison, and collaborating together and working together within yourself. It doesn't have to be external if this is not about other people and just yourself. This is like everything's coming together and you can celebrate now. You've worked through it. You've let go of the things that don't help, that are not working for you. Or either you've asked for other people to help you. Maybe you went to a support group to get help, to help you work through that foolishness, or through that time of being naive and realizing that I was stuck in that pattern. And you need to plan ahead. This is also a card about planning ahead. All right. And, you know, I did pull a clarifier for that. And I get the feeling it's also saying that we're slowing this down, we're stopping it. This foolishness and, you know, not paying attention, not working on our stuff, you know, just, you know, because it's like it mirrors what's going on here. And I did pull a clarifier for that Fool card, and I got the Eight of Wands in reverse, which means slowing down, stopping, coming to a halt. And it could also point to travel again. Not traveling, but I get a feeling like it's that foolishness or that time that you're wasting opportunities. Like it mirrors this, like you're not achieving anything. See how it mirrors? All these mirror each other. And it's like you're not achieving anything, you're being foolish, you're letting your thoughts get the better of you, and it's slowing you down. And it's like, don't let the opportunity pass you by. So we're slowing down that foolishness or that naive part of us that we're not seeing, that we're sabotaging ourselves. And it's like slowing that down, stopping that, and then listening to our intuition and gut with this High Priestess. Listening to it, following it. You know, reconnecting with those things to guide us. You know, and not just acting foolish, you know, with the next step that you take. You know, figure out plans, gather resources, because this card can mean that too. It's like things have slowed down because you need to gather your resources before they pick up and take off again. All right? And you need to listen to your intuition and go over things and shine a light on the things that are hidden. Okay? So I hope that helped, and leave me comments about what you think about the reading, because I love to hear from you guys. But do understand this is a general reading and it does not always resonate with everyone, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. If you would like something personal, tailored just to you and your needs, head on over to my Facebook page, Mystical Moon Tarot Readings, and book an appointment with me. I would love to do a reading for you. I will leave a link in the description below. But until next time, many blessings. Love you guys. Bye.